Stormzy's broken his gig at Snowbombing Fest in Austria following pretending members of his crew had been racially shaped. He was anticipated to execute on Thursday overnight, but organizers announced he would no much longer be emerging. In an Instagram history, the rapper declared his crew were aim time safety were looking for a gun. Organizers of the gig told they were sad how he had broken and how they had acted in compliance to minutes. The dirt painter said his fans he had to revoke the gig to do a spot on racist and race profile. He charged the safety crew of creature violent time, inquiring several of his crew. My officer and all my friends who were at the fest were racially shaped, aim and defiantly processed since they had cause to trust who was transport a gun. He added, this safety aimed them, in spite no one fit the specification, were constructively violent while processing them and down there's been no force of the fest to infect transactions and address the issue. The fest affirmed to Wireless One Newsbeat how his crew were not accompanied off the space and Stormzy was not at site at the period of the occurrence. Organizers' explanation how, a little quantity of audience, consisting Stormzy's officer were accompanied to the near output, sought and no gun was found. The fest apologized to Stormzy and his crew and added, we are making all we can to know the complete position and are treat the in the limit severity to provide that does not occur once again. Human beings at the fest were just said on the cancel a few several hours up Stormzy was due to execute, via an app how price audience £3 to load. To be fair, if which Stormzy says is real, I type of see his argument for hauling of. Not one wants to admit race misuse, says Chris, who's been in Meyerhofen for snowbombing with Monday. Apparently it's bad for his fans how he leftward it before the day to drag of, but if he had no some selection, he's got to stay by which he believes in at the end of the date. Stormzy as well said his fans he was disappointed for ruinous their period and cash. Once again, deep disappointed to everyone who came, but I requirement you to know why the is required in the great schema of hard to struggle behind versus racist. Stormzy was due to title snowbombing near the Miracle and Slot Invincible Armada. Slot Invincible Armada play in the previous several hours of Monday night. Up Chris and largest some fest goers had arriving at snowbombing. Newsbeat has contacted Stormzy for future commentary.